Hey, I am Dr. Chevy with ABC Shrink Productions. And with me on this podcast, Generation Quarantine, we have our special new series called Reopen Schools USA. And believe it or not, this whole movement was founded by a 13-year-old, and I'm going to introduce her just right this very minute. Hey, hi there, Melanie. Welcome to ABC Shrink Productions Generation Quarantine.
Hi, thank you for having me on again.
You are so welcome. We're so glad to have you. We are also very lucky to have on this podcast Kevin Butcher. He is here from California, and he is one of the active founders of Reopen for Special Education. And he is on other podcasts that you can see with ABC Shrink. And of course, we have our special co-host that's always here. This is Ilana Weinstein. Thank you for being here, Ilana Weinstein. This is a very important show, so we're going to get right to it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, as in we call it the elevator pitch. So I'm going to jump right over to Kevin Butcher, and can you just do the elevator pitch of why we're here, and then we're going to start asking Melanie to tell us about the march. So why are we here with this Reopen movement?
Awesome. So all our groups are combining together on April 30th because it is the 100th day that President Biden said that he would be opening all schools in all of the USA. And unfortunately, that is not the case. A lot of schools are only open for a very few hours, if that, for only a partial amount of the kids. So we demand that basically that change. We want to open all schools in California, in the US, every single state, everybody back to school full time. And when we talk about full time, we talk about, I guess it's hard to see, 5 days, 6+ hours a day, full days, not part days. And we really want to combine everybody together. So Melanie and her giant, awesome group of Open Schools USA is trying to get people from every single state to basically rally on April 30th and get everybody out there so that we can open all these schools. And we definitely want to open them safely and make sure that everybody's back in school.
Great summary. And those of you that are new to this movement, there are many people that are waking up. And we talk about, when do you wake up? And it doesn't matter when you wake up. Californians, by the way, have been asleep probably longer than most states. And 3 of us are here in California. So we just want to say, hey, California, wake up. And, buenos dias, and buenos dias to Melanie, who is in Washington State. And to our Washington, D.C. people that are going to be watching us, and they're going to be getting this march going in Washington, D.C. Buenas noches. We want you to take this message and promote the march. And we're here for you. And we will be live on, what day is the march? What day of the week is April 30th?
It's a Friday, I believe.
Friday. On that Friday, we will be broadcasting the march. So without further, let's continue on, and let's jump into the founder of Open Schools USA. Melanie, can you tell us, what do you want us to know about the march?
Yeah, so me and my co-founder of the page, Michelle Walker, have been working really hard to get as many states as possible to host rallies for the 30th. Our main focus, though, is on DC. DC is going to be huge. I'm hoping the turnout will be even greater than we could ever expect or want.
Wow. Are you going, by the way?
Important. Yeah, I'm going to DC.
Wow, you already bought your ticket? I'm so happy for you. Okay. We're working on it. Okay. The other thing that I want to add to those of you that are watching, in case you don't see the entire episode, is this woman, this young girl who is became a woman this year. She just turned 13. She is also starting a GoFundMe. So with she and Michelle Walker are organizing the GoFundMe, and attached to this video, you will see the flyer, which has the GoFundMe address. And so please don't, it costs money for Melanie to make this happen. And we're talking about at least a plane ticket, you know? So whatever she needs this for, she's money for, she's not asking for a lot, but money is needed. So I wanted just to also pitch that GoFundMe and let people know that right now, don't wait. Even if you need to turn off this podcast right now, please go to the GoFundMe and donate something, and it can be very small. And so Melanie, I'm going to give it back to you. Tell us more.
Okay. Thank you for telling everyone about the GoFundMe. I really appreciate that. But it's really important that we all get out there and scream and shout from the rooftops on April. Wait, is
April 30th.
It's April 30th.
We march on April.
March on April 30th.
Right.
And because when somebody so high up with all the power that Biden does have, when he promises us that he will send us back full time, or at least for a partial time, and then takes back his promise. I've talked to my mom about this. It's like taking a 5-year-old to Disneyland and then turning around when you get there.
Right. So Melanie, this is it's such a big disappointment. And you know what? His kids are grown up, and he doesn't absorb and feel what we're feeling. But what we're feeling as parents, and Kevin and I both have young kids. I have a son who is Melanie's age. Kevin's got little ones. And it's like too little, too late almost. You know that expression, like we're waiting. And Melanie, there was a movie before your time, and the movie was very famous. I think it won an Academy Award. And the statement in that movie I loved. And they said, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore." It was called Network. And basically, Melanie, we're with you, girl. We're mad as hell. And it's not just mad because we want to be mad. We're not mad because we want a campaign. We're not mad because we're protesting personalities. None of us have been in these protests before. We're just regular families. And we're mad because, Biden, do you have any idea what it means to have a child at home and try to be working and have Zoom school? And I want to say this also, Ilana, I know you're paying attention to our production and our time clock, but I want to say this, that it is incredibly hard when you hear hybrid school. And when you hear hybrid, and Melanie, you are promoting 5 full days, full time, because, you know, I will tell you what I told my son's special education counselor. How am I supposed to pick him up at 1? So now a 13-year-old has to take the bus home? How am I going to work? What stress? You're putting stress on families. So President Biden, please recognize you are putting stress on children, teenagers, families, and even grandparents. So we have 1 more minute left to make this pitch in this 15 minutes. Ilana, do you have any questions for Melanie, or any statements about how amazing she is, or anything?
Well, obviously, it's amazing. It's amazing how far Melanie has come and how far she will take us in the road to open the schools. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I cannot wait till that April 30th. I know it's going to be a great success. You know, kids should be marching with their parents to show everyone that it's time to go back to school.
So ABC Shrink Productions, Generation Quarantine, Reopen Schools, Melanie, will be, and maybe I'll join you, Melanie. Maybe we'll do it from there. You know what? I think I'm gonna try to get a ticket. I don't know where I'm gonna stay. Oh, I know I'm gonna stay with. Okay, no, I don't really. I can stay in Maryland. But bottom line is, we're gonna end this podcast right now. So listen. What time is our podcast gonna be, Melanie, on April 30th? so everybody knows to tune in? East Coast time, it'll be at what time? What time is the march? The march is what time? What time is the march? Someone look at a flyer real quick. We will be there on April 30th.
It's supposed to start at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern time?
3 p.m. Eastern time, yes.
So in
That's
California,
12 p.m. California.
12 o'clock on the East Coast, 3 p.m. We are going to be there broadcasting, and we look forward to having you join us and march. And we will be marching with my iPad, God willing. I'm going to be there with you, Ellen. I'm going to try to get a ticket. So maybe Alana can come too. So Washington, D.C., here we come. Thank you for joining ABC String Productions from California, from Washington State. And goodbye. We'll see you in Washington. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.